Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today is August 29th, 2018, and we got an update. So, first off, the Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign had a couple adventures and variants added, but we're just gonna have to wait to find out what that is. Also, if you haven't heard, this little dicey thing is part of this new event kind of thing that's going on. Basically, you can gain points for personal rewards, but then we collectively help the High Rollers team use these dice for things and stuff on their game. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, the main attraction of this is at 500 points, which you see right here. I'm at 33. At 500, you get a Minsk Golden Epic, and then there's a mystery prize at 750 that we don't know what that is, but we think it might be a familiar, so we're gonna have to find out. But anyway, on to probably the bulk of the update. Let's click some buttons so that I don't die necessarily. I'll probably die. We got blessings, so let's start. What happened? That wasn't me. Okay. Something weird's going on. Anyway, so we'll start with the Helm blessings for the newest campaign, because there's only one tier and it's new. So we have, as the global defending Waterdeep, all champions gain 2 times damage over all campaigns. That's pretty awesome. So I'm just gonna purchase that now. Love seeing that number go up. Now let's look at the next 3 blessings, and I haven't really looked at this, so you're kind of getting a live analysis. So Open Lord's Decree increases the damage of all champions by 50% if the current area is outdoors. We've seen this effect with Azaka, so this is kind of an extra benefit to using her in the formation, where there's no benefit apart from not using it. Or, well, it's either yes or no. There's no in between, right? Very black and white, and this could be a good sign of things to come, and like where CNE is taking us on this adventure, because I would assume a Waterdeep Dragon Heist would involve a lot of indoor things, so it might have like crazy difficulty curves that like oh we're outside for a while and we're inside and now you're having trouble. So that's pretty cool. Next is Have Faith. Increases Helm's favor earned from event and time gate conversions by 5%. Whoa. Okay, so this could be like a good catch-up mechanic, since Helm is the most recent god favor thing, and this also might be indicative of the price of the blessings that we will be faced with for tiers 2 through 4, or even also 1. We don't know how far this goes. Finally, we have Street Hazards. Increases the damage of all champions by 50%. Nice, standard, boom. So let's see just how far I can buy this kind of stuff. So I'm at E13, which means I don't want to go past E11 or so. So how far can I get? And okay, great. So that was like E4. I probably should have stopped at the last one. My bad, I'll learn next time. Conversion goes up to 2E5. Okay, that's pretty attainable, and this also helps new players who are trying to convert and progress further in this campaign as well, right? It's just going to help them get further and further. So maximum tier 1 blessing gets you 1,000. Maximum tier 2, or not tier, but first blessing for the tier 1, 1,000. Second blessing, 25%. But that's pretty good considering the Tomb of Annihilation gives you even more conversion from that as well. So, and then Street Hazards. Let's see how far we can get. Ooh, there's 20 of them. So this might get... this looks pretty okay. I mean, it is tier 1, so we're stopping at basically E6, so I'd say total like E7. And you can have all that maxed out. Cool. So what else they did, we'll go over to, we'll just go down the line to Helm. They not only added in tier 4, but they also added some levels to the other tiers. So let's see how far, well, first off, I gotta see this. Focus on the core. Increases the damage of the original 12 champions by 400%, and it's E14. So wow, that's pretty high up there for people who haven't gotten here yet. So definitely a lot of progression needs to be done, but it's nice to know that I'm where people will have to be when they're done, and that seems pretty okay from a me being here for a while standpoint. Standpoint, whatever words. So okay, empowered attacks, increasing damage. Wow, they are getting angry. Okay. Okay. Let's just go back. Why does it do that? Anyway. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so the final cost is one E7 for that. Pretty good. And then we have 2,000% damage, so it doubled it. That's cool. Increases the damage of female and male champions. This should be pretty even, Steven, right? Yep. I can see how this would be very taxing for people who are like in the 8s and maybe even the 10 ranges when you're doing both of these at the same time. So yeah, final is 7E7 for those. Pretty standard. I mean, you know, equality. It's great. Epically geared. That's awesome. We get another 5 levels from that, each gaining 10%. And the final is E12. I don't remember what those are, so sorry. And let's see, reduces the cooldown on all base champions attack by 0.05. So this right here tells me that they really, like, this is their way of incentivizing people to not use Barrowin. Because Barrowin is very, well, I mean, it's her attack that also goes down too. So like, okay, my initial instinct was to say they don't like Barrowin because of her hammer stacking, and maybe this was indicative of the nerf. And this still could be, but the fact that her base attack is also going down, it's kind of even. But maybe it's like halves and halves. I don't know, math. So, but it certainly is rewarding the fast attackers. So that's really, really cool. Because then you're just gonna get like crazy Ishii stuff. So let's see where we can get here. E12. All right. Wow, I was just there not too long ago with 20 point. Wait. That shouldn't be a percent. It should just be seconds. All right, that was confusing. I was like, wait, 1/4%? I don't understand. Or maybe this is like somehow they do their math like that, and this is the equivalent of that. Who knows? It could just be an errant percent sign that's just always default shown. That seems more likely. So, okay, top shelf. Increases the damage of champions in the topmost slot of each column by 50%. I hate this because I prefer my damage to be on the bottom or in the middle. And I don't really like the top, but I guess I'm gonna have to do changes for my own damn self. So let's see, E9, 9, 9, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay. So E12, 1E12. That's up there, but I mean, looking at this final, it's another 1,000%. That's really cool. And then, you know, couple that with fallback if you can with a good diath formation. That's awesome. And then recruit Azaka. So we saw in Helm, it was a very strong hint towards using Azaka, and here we just straight up have, hey. First off, all champions gain 100%. And that's just on the first, right? So it'll be 1,000 and 1,000. And then Azaka gets an extra 100. So she's getting double. She's doubling up here. That's awesome. So I'm really excited to see some Azaka formation testing. And if it's super awesome, another video will come out. Like, you know, it'll be warranted for that. And then we have focus on the core, which I can easily afford. Boom, I lost that. Ha! So cool, done. Okay. The Kellenvor was like my bae. I can't believe I even got E16. That's all thanks to Azaka, Ishii, and Mako's farming. Which now I can do even more because of all the extra percents. We'll see how much it pushes me. Finally, Torm, the home. So, extra training goes up by another 10. Should be pretty cheap, but that's going to be a welcome addition to helping people start out because that ended at E7, just like the other ones for the other tier 1 blessings. But it doubles that power, right? So it's lower entry for the new players. Very, very cool. And a nice touch that they did. So it's rewarding, or it's not just like straight up punishing or not giving anything to the new players who are coming out like, oh, we didn't get anything. Like, that is honestly a nice touch that they didn't have to do. Next up, we have heavy hitters and quick hitters who got some love, which just, again, with the like male and female thing, equal love. It'll probably go to, well, let's just do that. Yeah, bop, 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 bop. So E8 for those final ones. And then tier 3. That's not bad. Okay, just all champions. Got it. E11 for that final one. And they might cost the same. Well, actually, that's lower, so that might be like E12. I can't remember, honestly. Well, no, because it would have been E12 here. Don't listen to me. This is what happens when I just do things off the cuff. And I could have reset blessings, but man, not doing that. So start strong. Starting all events with 2,500 more event tokens. This is awesome. Why? Because you don't have to be like, oh, let me hop, like, oh, okay, there's an event. Let me hop into a quick thing, drop some contracts, and then go actually start the event, right? It's just, boom, all here right now. And you can do the first event, and then you should have almost enough, if not enough, to do a free play right off the bat. Very, very, very helpful. And this is kind of like pseudo money, right? They're handing you money because normally you would have to, whatever. You would have to open up gold chests, which have the contracts, the bounty contracts, which give you the gold and the token. So that's very nice touch. Definitely, I like that a lot. So now let's look at the tier 4 blessings. Hold the line. Increases the damage of champions in the center column by 50%. Now, I believe the center column, because we're dealing with Torm, it would be if you see, like, here's Nayeli, and then, like, you imagine 2 and 1 here. It'd be where Calliope, Ishii, and Regis are. This is pushing towards, like, a not always using Nayeli as the main tank type of formation. So it is benefiting people who don't want to use Nayeli or, like, you know, want to try other champions. Cool. We're pushing it further back, which allows also double DPS formations. So how far does this go? So E12 with a lot of E11 steps in there. But final, you get another 1,000%. So left, lead from behind. Decreases the base cooldown of champions, or the base attack cooldown of champions in the back 2 columns by 0.1%. Okay. I'm thinking of Barrowin now, so it's like, okay, they want you to use Barrowin in this because if she's attacking faster than your main 2 DPS here, that means you can get more reliable hammer stacks. So interesting. Maybe they don't hate Barrowin as much as I thought they did. Final cost for the blessing there is, let's say 4E12. And then recruit Drizzt. Increases the damage of all champions and Drizzt Do'Urden by an additional 100%. Oh, okay, so this is like, please use Drizzt. We love him. I don't think most people will. Who knows? Maybe this buff is like super, super great for him. This is just getting out the information on what we have, or what the game has to offer for tier 4 and the globals and stuff. So final cost for that, 1E13, 1.5 E13 for 1,000. So this was really hodgepodge. Thanks for sticking with me, and seriously, do some work on the high rollers. You can get some gear and you can help some people out. That is it for me. You guys have a nice night or day or whatever.